Lord, why have you judged me? Since I am weary and groaning in my soul, I will let loose my words to him. Because I am distressed, I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to the Lord, do not teach me to be ungodly. Why have you thus judged me? Is it good before you if I do wrong, and you renounce the work of your hands, and give heed to the counsel of the ungodly? Do you see as the mortal sees? Do you see as man sees? Is your life human life? Are your years like the years of a man? Then that you examined my lawlessness and searched out my sins. You know I have not acted impiously. But who is he who can deliver from your hands? Your hands fashioned and made me. Then you changed your mind and struck me. Remember that you fashioned me as clay, but you are turning me back to earth again. Did you not squeeze me out like milk and curdle me like cheese? You clothed me with skin and flesh, and knit me together with bones and sinews. And you granted me life and mercy, and your visitation has guarded my spirit. Since you have these things in yourself, I know you are able to do all things, for nothing is impossible for you. For if I sin, you watch me. And because of my lawlessness, you will not consider me innocent. For if I am ungodly, woe to me. If I am righteous, I cannot lift up my head. For I am full of dishonor. I am trapped like a lion for slaughter. For again have for again you have changed, and you are destroying me. You renewed my affliction upon me, and dealt with me in great wrath. For you brought severe ordeals upon me. Why, then, did you bring me out of the womb? Why did I not die? And no, I see me. Why have I become as though I had not been? For why was I not carried away? For why was I not carried from the womb to the grave? As it is not the time of my life short. Allow me to rest a little, before I go to the place from which I shall not return, to an obscure and dark land, to a land of eternal darkness where there is no light. Neither can anyone see the life of mortals. Notes from this page 995 St. Ambrose sees in the mountains a type of Old Testament and the prophets. The Jew grew old, grace was renewed, Christ overturned, and the understanding of the law, 2 Corinthians 5:17, and established the comprehension that is of the Spirit. 9:8 Saint Gregory the Great sees in heaven a type of preaching of the apostles and evangelists. Saint Cyril notes that this is the same Lord who, as man, walked on the sea as on firm ground. John 6:19. 9:9 through 13. Saint Hezekiah sees verse 9 as denoting all of God's great works, and compares to verse 10 to John 21:25. God goes beyond us when he defers judgment and passes by when he visits us. 9:15. All human righteousness is proved unrighteousness. Operator. 9:15. All human righteousness is proved unrighteous if it is judged in strict rules. Therefore, we must be strenuous in prayer, so that our righteous deeds may be seasoned by humility. 10:1 through 3. Here 10:1 through 3. Here we see Job growing weaker, calling God's help lest he give heed to the enemy. Job, like Christ, learned obedience through the things which he suffered. Hebrews 5:8. 10:8 through 12. St. Ambrose writes that Job, knowing no one is immune from falling, rejects what comes from unholiness and confesses what comes from weakness. To act in an unholy way is not part of the human condition. Rather, it comes from the poison of unbelief. Man's pardon lies in God's mercy and not in man's power. 10:9 through 12. From his conception, man is shaped by God. St. Cyril writes, none of the members of the body is formed from the beginning is polluted. Let the mouths of all heretics be stopped who slander their bodies, or rather, him who formed them. See 1 Corinthians 6:19. 10:20. The righteous ask that their trials might be over, says St. Hezekiah, so that many around them might not stumble as a result of seeing so much suffering and sorrow. 10:20 through 22, St. Hezekiah writes that this land refers to hell. man should fear going into these places. St. Gregory remarks, but what advantage is for us to foreknow these things, if it is not our lot to escape them. Indeed, Job knew that he would be redeemed. 19:25. Therefore the Lord says, walk while you have the light, lest darkness overtake you. John 12:35.